Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Yeah, so I decided to go live on the main channel and just kind of talk about the Pixel drop for June 2021. There's a lot to cover here. So let's say what's up to everybody in here. What's going on, Blaze? How's it going? Thank you guys for popping in. Oscar, thanks for being here too as well. And everyone else joining in, say hi, say what's up, what's going on. Appreciate you guys for being here. And yeah, so let's talk about the Pixel drop. Okay, if you don't know what the Pixel drop is, and that's what it's called when they bring new features to Google Pixel phones. And as you guys seen from the little clip from Google, there was a lot to kind of cover in here. One of the best sources that I actually went and checked out that kind of broke it down was XDA. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that website up and just kind of go over the different things that's going on with the Google Pixels with the Pixel drop. So here we are, XDA. I'll pop the link in the chat for anyone that wants to just kind of read it for themselves. And you guys can check it out and find out what's new. But, you know, right off jump, there are two big things about the Pixel drop that I am actually excited about. One is a more privacy security in the fact that you can create folders and lock items into those folders. And you can also lock and hide photos that you only want for yourself to see. You don't want anyone actually getting access to those photos. Hey, yes, we're all adults here. And, you know, these days people be having some private photos. So it's a good thing to know that you can hide those photos within Google Photos and everything like that. Even though Google Photos has pretty much changed the way that it's doing things, we're no longer getting the unlimited high resolution backups. You can still, you know, store photos on Google Photos, and if you want those private, there's ways to do it. So, anyways, XDA pretty much put out this article and it's a breakdown of everything with the Pixel drop for June. So we're just gonna go over them little by little here, and I'm just gonna full screen this. Just kind of just take myself out of the equation here. So here we go. I'm sorry, I got the sniffles. It's cold today in the apartment, even though it's like hot outside. So, all right. So one of the big things to come to the camera is astrophotography videos in Google Camera. So before we were able to actually just take astrophotography shots, you would need a tripod to do this, because the phone absolutely has to be still in order for it to be able to do this. I've played around with astrophotography and done videos about it. So if you want to check out those videos, just go through my video library and you'll find videos where I did astrophotography, and it's a quite nice feature to have. Works really good with the Pixel 5, the 4a, and the Pixel 4. The grade of the photo starts to kind of go down with Pixel 3a and earlier devices. So just kind of letting people know that. But now you can actually take video. So it says astrophotography videos in Google Camera. You can now create videos of the stars moving across the sky. When you take a photo in the app's night sight mode, both the photo and a video will be saved. If you put the phone on a tripod and wait longer, you'll be able to capture an astrophotography, though sadly not as a time lapse as we were expecting. So I think that's one of the things that people wanted to be absolutely creative with astrophotography in the Google Pixel phones is a time lapse, and that would have been like a more killer feature to have. I mean, this ain't bad at all whatsoever. Being able to, you know, to get photos and stuff like that is not bad at all. But it would have been nice if they introduced time lapse, and maybe this might just be an early footstep forward into introducing astrophotography time lapse. That would actually be pretty cool to have down the road. So not too discouraging, but I know people kind of want to rush and get that feature in right away. And yeah, it's I guess we'll just have to wait just a little bit longer for that. Now, here's the thing, though. From what I've read, is that the Pixel 4 and higher have access to this this astrophotography with a slight video. Earlier devices don't have it just yet. It's not to say that they won't get it, but they just don't have it right now just yet. Over time, that will be released out. And when it does, I'll make an update video kind of talking about that. But If you want to know exactly how this is going to work, if you've ever taken a photo with the Google camera or Gcam, if you installed the app onto like a different device, say like a OnePlus or whatever, when you snap a photo, it actually takes like a 5-second clip video to kind of go with the motion. And I think that's what they're talking about here when it comes to the astrophotography video, is that you'll snap a photo of to do astrophotography, which, it does take some time. It's not like a point and shoot type of thing. When you have the phone in night sight mode and you have it connect, you have your phone mounted to a tripod, after like 3 seconds of it being in night sight mode, it'll actually change the mode and you'll see astrophotography. And when you click the camera button to take a photo, a timer will begin, and it depends on just how much light there is. So if there's absolutely like zero light, like let's say you're out in the middle of nowhere or in the woods or something, and you try to take an astrophotography shot of the sky, it could end up being like 5 minutes for exposure. But the timer will count down, and as it's capturing as much light as it can to kind of bring out the image of the night sky with all the stars and everything like that, depending where you're at. One of the things is that it will now record a 5-second video clip of all those times that it was taking the photo within the exposure time, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 2 minutes, it just depends. Hey babe. Anyways, so that is one of the new features here with the new Pixel drop. Here's the one that I was talking about: locked folders in Google Photos. So, and it keeps activating Google Assistant every time I say Google. They need to get it listening better instead of just listening for the word Google. But anyways, locked folder in Google Photos. So at I/O this year, they did talk about that they were going to add this ability that you can lock, like you can put photos into a folder in Google Photos and then lock it to where only you can see it, and then you would have to type in like a 4-digit PIN to unlock the folder just for you to view the photos inside of there. So it says at I/O 2021, Google said that it will add a locked folder in to Google Photos app that will allow you to hide sensitive photos and videos. The feature is now rolling out to Pixel users, and when it's available, you'll be able to add photos and videos to locked folders straight from Google Camera app. Do note that files added to the locked folder aren't saved in the cloud, so be sure you don't forget your device's passcode or fingerprint. And that absolutely makes sense, because if these are like very sensitive photos and videos that you have, you don't want them backed up into the cloud. So, but that's something that you have to keep in mind. Any video or photo you put into the locked folder in Google Photos app is going to be on the phone itself and in the hard drive of the phone. It's not going to back up to the cloud. So you will not get this. Like if you upload a video of, say, like your significant other, and you have multiple devices, you will not see that photo in other devices because it's not going to back up to the cloud. What's up, Mike? What's going on? I wish they would allow passwords for folders. Well, in Google Photos, the locked folder requires a PIN code. So yeah, it's not a password. Like you can't put like brown cookie 121. You can't use that as a password, but you can come up with like I think it's a 4-digit PIN. And just make sure it's not the same PIN that you use to unlock your phone. Like I tell people all the time, when you have passwords for various different things, don't use the same password for everything, and don't make it that easy. Don't make it like red 1 for Facebook, red 2 for Instagram, red 3 for Snapchat. You gotta mix it up. And yeah, so or Fingerprint ID. I don't think they'll go with Fingerprint ID. I think it has to be a 4-digit PIN, and that's only because if you're passed out asleep, people can grab your phone and stick it on your finger to unlock it. I think they want to kind of avoid that folder being unlocked. So it just has to, like, all I know is that it has to be a 4-digit PIN or like a PIN code, but not biometric and not password. So, but that's actually pretty cool. Really neat for those people that want to keep hidden photos and videos private. Privacy is key. So that's coming in. That is in this Pixel drop for June 2021. Car crash detection. The personal safety app on Google Pixel phones can automatically detect when you're in a car crash and alert emergency services. However, this feature is only available in the US and in the UK or Australia. Soon, Pixel users in Spain, Ireland, and Singapore will get car crash detection capabilities in the personal safety app. This is actually pretty nice because if you actually, and heaven forbid, I don't want anyone to ever fall into an accident, but if the luck of the draw and somebody runs a red light and T-bones you and flips your car or whatever, the crash detection will turn on. And if you do not respond within, I think it's like 5 seconds, like if there's no response from you verbally within 5 seconds, then your phone automatically dials 911 emergency and gives your location of where you're at. So emergency services can respond to you a lot quicker. This is actually really nice to have because you just never know what's going to happen out there. Like you could be the safest driver on the road. You could be the guy that is defensive driving, former military background, so you've learned defensive driving through the military. You could be that dang good, but still, you don't control other drivers on the road. And we have a lot of hot doggers and hot rodders and everything like that just want to, Fast and the Furious everything, and they really don't know how to control their car and high speeds like they think they do, and they end up hurting somebody. And so this is actually a really nice feature to have because if you're hit and it detects that you're in an accident, but let's say maybe you got like whiplash or something, and you're like, okay, if it asks, are you all right? And you say, yes, but I'm hurt. It'll still contact emergency services, but it will let them know that it was able to make communication with you. So it's not like, you're not, incapacitated. However, if you are incapacitated, it can just bring up that emergency just a little bit more. So that way emergency first responders will get there in time. And I mean, they're gonna get there in time no matter what, but they will get in there and get to you as soon as possible, and kind of know what they need to do. So the car crash detection is a really nice feature for Google Pixel phones. This is one of the things this is why I like Pixel so much, because they have so much really useful features packed into it that, sometimes we forget is there, but it's there. Like the next one is heads up alert and digital well-being. This one, it's funny to say that we need this in today, but the way that we are in society today with mobile technology, it's better to have this than not have this at all. What this is if you are texting and walking, sorry to laugh. Okay. Bad Tito. Yeah. If you are walking and texting and you're not really paying attention to your surroundings, your phone will alert you to, hey, look up, because you might be walking into traffic or something. And so that's a nice little feature to have to keep you safe. So it says here that earlier this year, Google started rolling out a new heads up feature in digital well-being app to a handful of users. The feature is now starting to roll out more widely as part of the June 2021 Pixel feature drop. As a reminder, this feature will periodically warn you to look up from your screen when you're walking. So, this kind of goes hand in hand because, I play Pokemon Go and I've heard, that people have done some crazy things in Pokemon Go. Like they have played the game and have not even looked around to see where they're going and walked into oncoming traffic trying to get, a specific Pokemon that spawns, especially on community day when the shiny rate is up. I think it's like 1 out of every 25 is a shiny. And so people are like shiny hunting and they're not really paying attention. So this kind of happens. This kind of messes things up. So no, just pixels. That's why it's called Pixel Drop. It's not called Android Drop. It's called Pixel Drop. This is coming to just Google Pixel phones. So I'll get into that towards the end here. Just to kind of clarify that. Another thing is take calls with the Google Assistant. So you'll now be able to answer or reject calls with a simple Google Assistant command. Just say the hot word, answer call, or say the hot word and reject the call, which you know what the hot words are. The OKG or Hey G. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to activate Assistant and have it say something totally random, but this is a nice feature to have for hands-free. You could be cooking dinner, your hands could be dirty with ingredients and stuff like that. You don't want to touch the screen of your phone, so you can just use the Assistant to answer the call. And you can already use the Assistant to activate a call. You can always say like, Hey G, call mom, or Hey G, call dad, or Hey G, call area code, prefix, 4-digit number, and it'll do it. But now you can actually answer the calls with Assistant. That's actually kind of nice. Smarter replies in Gboard. The Gboard would now surface phone numbers, email addresses, and URLs in the clipboard suggested space. So that little top space where you have the toast of each thing, it will tell you certain things that you've normally always use in messaging. So if you've always gone to Facebook, and you want to share your Facebook profile, it'll just pop up your Facebook URL and stuff like that. So, just making Gboard a little bit more smarter. Expanded availability for call screening and recording. So call screen on Pixel phones lets you avoid spam callers. We all know this by having the Google Assistant pick up the call and find out why you're being called. The Recorder app uses Google's ML prowess to detect and transcribe speech. Call screen is now coming to Japan, while the Recorder app will soon support more English dialects, including Singaporean, Australian, Irish, British English. So yeah, more things coming to the Recorder app. If you don't know what the Recorder app is, it's an audio recorder. It's really nice to have because if you like to record, like audio blogs or even podcasts, you can record that, have your audio for that. But if you want it transcribed, so you can post it, say like you post your podcast to Blogger, you can have an audio bite pretty much uploaded to your Blogger page and then have it transcribed with the Recorder app. It automatically transcribes your words. You can copy paste that in so people can actually read it. In case someone is deaf and they're not able to hear, but they're able to read, then exactly what you said in your audio podcast will have transcriptions for it for people to read. So that's actually pretty cool. It says a bonus here. June is Pride Month, and to celebrate, Google has released new Pride-themed wallpapers, ringtones, and notification sounds. So anyone that's celebrating Pride Month or anything like that, there's a little bit more in there for you. But these are some of the things that is in the Pixel feature drop. So but anyhow, to be straight up, let's see. To be straight up, first of all, it's called a Pixel drop because it's only for Pixels. So this is not something that's going to be widely rolled out to Android devices such as Motorola, HTC, Xiaomi, and all them. They're not them. These features are for Google Pixels. What's up, Mario? What's going on? So with that being said, just expect these to roll out on the Pixels. Now, for the astrophotography video, like I said, that's only rolling as far back as Pixel 4s for now. Pixel 3a, Pixel 3, Pixel 2, they may get those a little bit later on. But for right now, it's just from the Pixel 4 up to the Pixel 5. Those phones will have the ability to do the astrophotography with video. So my Pixel 4a, which I downgraded from Android 12 beta just to be able to try this out. So I'm going to make a video about astrophotography video, see how it works. I've downgraded my Pixel 4a to that. As far as testing out other features, I've downgraded my Pixel 3a back to Android 11 and the same for my Pixel 4. So the only device I have on the Android 12 beta is my Pixel 5, and I'm going to leave that on there since I'm not really using the 5 as a daily driver. Any new things that goes on with Android 12 beta, I'll be able to know with the Pixel 5 and see what's new with it. For these devices, I'm going to try out some of those things. The astrophotography, obviously, definitely going to try that out with the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 4 and just kind of see how that works out and upload samples here to YouTube and also to Instagram. But, some of the other things that people have noticed with this latest Pixel drop is also notifications on Android 11 have slightly changed just a little bit. So you'll see it on your lock screen. If you have notifications visible, you'll see it on your lock screen. You'll see them kind of like it's a different way of how they're grouped. So we've always gotten notification groups on the lock screen, but now it's designed a little bit differently, only because they're starting to implement the Material U interface is what it's called. That's the new interface that's coming with Android 12, where depending on what you do with your phone on customization is how the accents and color schemes is going to happen. But what they showcased when they were talking about Android 12 at Google I/O this year, and they said it itself, like if you use say a magenta and black wallpaper, then the user interface is going to mock that color scheme. So your accents on your notification shade throughout the entire user interface is going to emulate that color. Even if, like, say they had like a multicolor wallpaper, right? But if the dominant colors that the AI notices in the wallpaper happens to be two specific colors as primaries, it's going to choose those two and develop a color scheme for the entire user interface based on that. And anytime you change a wallpaper, it will change that. And that is called the Material U interface or U design. So we're already starting to see shades of that implemented in this June 2021 Pixel feature drop that has to do with notifications. So you can kind of see remnants of that in the Android 12 beta 1. However, we don't really see it fully expanded in beta 1. We just get certain tweaks here and there. And Android 12 beta 2 or maybe beta 3 will actually see the Material U interface design, being able to use that for what we want to do with our Android smartphones. So a lot of cool things coming with these devices, but definitely Pixel 4 up to Pixel 5 has that astrophotography thing. And it kind of does make sense because this year the Pixel 3s will no longer be supported after October. So I do believe they will get Android 12 because Android 12 should be available full rollout by September, late August, September. And then the Pixel 3 will it'll no longer be supported after October. So it should get Android 12. I mean, don't quote me, but it should. Let's see. Mario says that this is also on the Pixel 3 XL too, right? Most of the stuff from the Pixel feature drop is in the Pixel 3 XL. I mean, all Pixels are pretty much that are getting updates are affected by this. So like the Pixel 2s and the Pixel 1s obviously aren't getting this because they're no longer supported by Google. But the 3s up to the 5 still supported, so they will get this. However, the astrophotography video thing is not available on the 3A and the 3. It's only available on the 4 up to the 5. But it should make its way to the 3. I think there's just certain things they got to tweak with it before it's able to function on it, because the 3 should be getting Android 12. Hang on, I'm really wanting some coffee milk. This is actual milk that's flavored coffee. It's not coffee. And this is from like a local farm, so it's fresh. I love this stuff. They make good stuff too, side note. You know, besides different flavored, because they have different flavored milks. I mean, that video I did where I was trying blue milk, which was cotton candy flavored milk, same company makes this coffee milk, but they have all kinds of different flavored milk. But they also have like juices too. Like their lemonade is amazing. Fresh and amazing. Their orange juice, phenomenal, tremendous, just delicious as hell. It's fresh stuff, you know. So when they say like, you know, go to a local farmers market and buy stuff, they're not really bullshitting you on that. These companies that do this is actually really good. But without taking too much time, those are some of the major points with the Pixel drop for June. If you have not tried updating your device, update should be available right now. And again, this is only for Google Pixel phones. So OnePlus devices are not getting this. Other Android devices are not getting this right now. So they may implement some of these features into other Android devices, but not everything that's in the Pixel drop goes to other Android devices. This is exclusively for Google Pixel phones. So this is like one of the benefits of having a Google Pixel phone is being able to utilize Android and all of its capabilities with a Google Pixel phone, which, you know, you won't see that type of stuff with Samsung or with, you know, Motorola or any other OEM brand out there like ZTE or, yeah, you just won't. So let's see. I'm on Android 12 beta program on my Pixel 3. It's cool, but some glitches like battery drains fast and low volume. I hear a lot of people talking about the battery drain, and when they mention what device they have, it's the Pixel 3. So this might be just a thing that plagues Pixel 3s, because my 3A, the 4, the 4A, and the 5, the battery is not draining fast on 12 beta. However, there is a glitch that I do notice this, but this will only pertain to those people that use Power Director to edit videos for YouTube. And that is if you're using the Power Director app and you're on Android 12 beta, within the app, when you're editing a video, say you want to put background music. If you put background music and then you try to adjust where the background music starts, the moment that you even slide that MP3 file to a different point in the timeline, of the video, it totally crashes the Power Director app. Like even if you try to like chop video up and move it around, the moment that you try, it just boom, it crashes the app. So this is something that I've noticed with Android 12 beta. Other than that, a lot of the glitches and stuff haven't really popped up all too much. However, when beta 2 rolls around and beta 3 rolls around, we should start seeing more bugs and stuff like that, because most of the effective changes in Android 12 will start to become prevalent in those next releases. Maverick, what's up? What's going on, bro? What's up? Aloha. What's up? My Pixel 3 gets hot also on. Yeah, if it's doing that, don't even risk it. Okay, so like if it's actually heating up where it becomes like unbearable for you to hold, and you may be worried that it's actually like frying out components on the motherboard of the device, downgrade it. If you don't know how to downgrade it, it's pretty simple. The same way you got into the beta program, the same way you get out. So you go to g.co/Android beta. You go back to that site on the browser. On the top tabs, hit devices. We'll bring up the list of your devices that's eligible for beta. Find the one that you've already opted into the beta and click opt out. When you click opt out, it's going to tell you that a system update is going to be waiting for you. So you do the same thing, go back into your device on settings, system update, check for update, and there should be an update. Now, here's the thing you have to understand. Because you're downgrading a lot of the stuff that's pretty much been updated with all your apps to optimize for Android 12 beta is not going to be compatible with Android 11. So downgrading is actually going to do a full wipe of your phone. So it's going to wipe your phone. You're going to have to sign back in as if it's, the first time you're signing into your Pixel device, go through all that initial setup. If you have a backup that's backed up to Google One, then you want to choose that to restore backup. So that way it brings all your apps and everything that you've had, your messages, your phone calls and all that stuff. It brings it back. The only thing you'll have to do is sign back into all the applications that it installs. But I'm just letting you know right now, it's going to do a full wipe. That's what I did with all 3 of my phones. They've all been wiped. And it's actually, for me, it's not a bad thing because I have a lot of things stored on my phone, and sometimes that creates clutter and everything. So doing a full wipe on my phone that gets rid of a lot of the, junk files and stuff like that allows me to start from scratch and refresh. So not a big deal for me, but some people don't want to go through the whole entire, Pixel setup again. So I'm just forewarning you, if you're downgrading back to Android 11, it's going to do a full wipe on your phone. So be ready for that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this live stream on here. Hang on here. See this. I say, Tito, have you seen the latest Pixel TV commercial about a dad and a son talking for the first time since the dad has a disability in communication? It's cool. Yeah, Google Pixels. There's a lot of things that Google's trying to do as far as communication wise. Like I said, with the Pixel Buds A, it has the ability to do like on the spot live translations with Google Translate using your Pixel Buds. You travel to any country in the world, and if you can't understand the native language there, and you're talking to somebody who does not speak very good English, you literally give them one of your Pixel Buds. You keep one in your ear because the buds can detect, if you're sharing buds. So if you keep one in your ear, put one in somebody else's ear, it can detect that the other bud is in somebody else. And you can use Google Translate to carry a conversation with somebody, just simply talking. So you talk, and when you speak in English, the earbud in their ear picks up your English words and in real time translates it to their language, and they hear it in their ear in their native language. And when they respond back in their native language, your buds is picking up their native language, and it's proactively translating through Google Translate, and it's playing the audio in English for you to understand what they're saying. It's a really, really, really cool thing. I want to try it. If I ever go to Thailand to see my mom, I want to try it there and really kind of put it to the test to see, can it help somebody survive in a country that they're not from with people speaking a language that's not native to them? Can it make life easier? I would love to make a video like that and just share that with everybody. But obviously I have to travel to Thailand to do that. I mean, I know Mexico's like right down here. I'm in the border state of Arizona, so Mexico's right down there too. But that's, to me, it's like a kind of cliche thing. And you know what? you know, because of who I am and stuff like that, people may not believe me in it because they may think that I'm fluent in Spanish, which I'm actually not. But if I go to Thailand or if I go to Japan, then yeah, you know, if I demo this, then you know what, it's gonna be believable. So I'm holding out for that video. One day I hope to be able to make that video and upload it to the channel. I think it'd be so totally cool. But anyways, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna jam out of here. You guys should enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you guys caught the video from the podcast on the podcast channel that I've been uploading the segments here on this channel. If you guys caught the one about the Pixel 5a, 4a, 4a, 5G, and all that, that's cool. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. If you have not seen it, it is available now. So after this, go ahead and check it out if you guys want to watch some more stuff. Really appreciate it. Right down there is what you guys can do. If you guys want to do a one-time monetary donation, I would really appreciate that. It's right there to Cash App. Link in the description also for PayPal. If you guys use PayPal, that's cool. Other than that, I appreciate everybody for being here. Thanks so much for checking out this live. Y'all are awesome. And I know I normally don't do these, but oh, not on this channel anymore. But I decided for this one to do it there. So y'all be cool. Take it easy. And as always, Allah.